Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
You're audible. We'll
Yes.
just wait for
Okay.
3 more minutes and
Yeah.
7 I will start now.
Yeah, we will start in 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Amar, can we start the session?
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed further now.
Okay, I'll start, right? Fine.
Sure.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? I'm audible? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, so we started with this foundation of programming using C yesterday. we have understood, okay, what is a program, what are programming languages, okay, features of C, applications of C, right? Then we have understood how to write a simple C program, what is the structure of C program, and installing the required software and the IDE, okay? So today we are going to continue. So first of all, okay, I will be taking a recap of yesterday. Yes, there were certain queries, okay, which I will be, solving it today. So some of you were having the query of how, okay, we will be using C in Visual Studio Code. Okay, so that again, the installation that I will be showing. Apart from that, okay, I have already shared which the files which you will be getting on your LMS. Okay, the all the PDF files I have shared. Okay, so the training agenda, all the installation steps. Okay, the documentations link, the online compiler editor links. Okay, everything is shared. You will be getting that. I'll show. Okay, the PowerPoint slide, okay, as a PDF, okay, day wise I will be also uploading that. Okay, you can go through it. The coding, the examples which I will be doing it today, that also I will be sharing later on. Assignments, okay, everyday assignments, as I said yesterday, assignments are also going to be shared. Okay, so like from today onwards you will be getting the assignments. Okay, so either one assignments or two assignments, depend. Okay, number of assignments will change depending on the topic what we are completing. Okay, so that every day will be shared. Okay, so what you are supposed to do is, okay, try to complete the assignment. Okay, the documentation links are given to you. Yes, you have to, write the program, solve the errors, okay, and find out the solution. Correct. So this is what, and we will continue today with the second topic, which is nothing but variables, data types, identifiers, okay? And we will write the code as well, okay? So I will also share, I'll show you the PDF which I have shared, okay? So that once it is uploaded in the LMS, you can use them, right? So this is what is the, agenda for today. So let us start with our training session. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay, so first, just let me know that the screen is visible. Okay. Yes, I have shared the screen. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So yesterday, okay, do I need to share the summary?
Summary you're saying, ma'am?
AI companion?
No, no, no. Let
No,
me
no.
disable that.
Okay, disable, fine.
Yes.
Okay, so I did share it, but then I have closed. Fine, no problem. Okay, so that is not available. Fine. So yesterday we started with this introduction to programming, features of C, applications of C, compilation process, structure, software ID requirements, writing and executing a simple C program. There was a small assignment given to you. Like you need to find out what are the various different applications of C, where C is used. Okay. So you understand, go step by step. Okay. The queries which you are having, yes, some of the queries we will be taking in the advanced topics. Okay. So step by step, try to solve first the simpler problems and then you will go to the more complex, okay, problems. So all the queries will be solved because it will be coming under different topics. Okay. So what we have first understood, what is a program, a specific task, what is a programming language, a high level language, okay, which is used to write the instructions for performing that task. Then when it comes to type of the programming languages, we have got low level languages, okay, which is closer to the machine language, okay, that is binary or assembly language. It will be controlling the hardware, okay, and the memory. Then we have got the high level languages like C, C++, which is closer to the human language and easy to understand. So what we are using the high level language to write the code, okay, to write the instructions, okay, so which is specific for a particular task. And it is easier to learn, debug, and maintain that. So C is coming under, okay, the high level language. It is also a low level language because it will have the direct access to the hardware and the memory, which we will be doing using pointers, okay. And yes, there are the operators available. Now, we have also gone through what are the features of C. Okay, you can see that there are various features of C. Okay, it is a procedural because we will be using the procedures or the functions. Okay, to write the code which is supposed to do the specific task. It is a compiled language. Okay, so C programs are translated into machine code by a compiler for faster execution. Then low level access, because it will directly access the hardware and memory. So we will use this memory access using the pointers later on. Portability can run on different platforms, okay, with little or no modification. Then using pointers, you can have the memory management, which can be dynamically done. Then you can create your own functions. Okay, so still we are writing the code in the main function. Okay, but later on, yes, we will be creating our own functions, right? So that is how it is extensible. We can also create our later on our custom header files as well. We can create our own data types as well by using the structure enumeration. Okay, so that we'll see later on. It is efficient because it is optimized, okay, for that particular hardware or the processor for which, okay, the code is written. So these are the features of C. Then okay, coming to applications of C. Now this is where, okay, I have asked you to do some research and find out what are the applications of C. Okay, so if you will see why C is used in the operating system, first of all, understand it provides a low level access to memory and the hardware. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, that already we have understood in the previous sessions. Then it produces fast, efficient code. Okay, is portable across different systems, not like the assembly language. Then can be combined with small parts of assembly when needed. Now, this is the main reason why C is used for developing the operating system. Okay, and major operating system is written in C. So you talk about Unix, which is written using C and assembly language. Linux, C kernel and assembly. Windows, Microsoft, C, C++ and assembly. Mac OS is written using C, C++. Okay. Android, iOS, okay, Solaris, React OS using C, C++. So there are, numerous examples, okay, of the operating systems which are developed using C. Okay, so you can say that almost 60 to 70% of the world's operating system are written in C, okay, combined with the other languages. Then we have got the compilers and interpreters. Okay, understand the difference between the compilers and the interpreters first. So when we say a program is compiled, means it translates the entire source code into the machine code. So what we did yesterday, we compiled the C program, and when we have compiled the C program, we got the output of .exe. That is what? That is nothing but the executable. What is that? That is the machine code. Correct. But interpreter is translating and executing the code line by line. Okay, so translating and executing is done by line. Okay, not at once like the compiler. So if you compare this, compilers are faster in execution. Interpreter will be little slower because due to on-the-fly translation. Then when we talk about output, compiler generates an exe or a binary file. An interpreter will not have a separate output file. Okay, it is going to run directly. And if you talk about example, yes, we have got C, C++, okay, Java, which is going to, compile and generate the exe file. And on the other hand, if you talk about interpreters, okay, examples are Python, JavaScript, Ruby, okay. These are some of the examples, right? So yes, we have got the different compilers like your GCC, GNU, compiler collection, which we have used yesterday, that itself is written in C. Okay, GNU compiler collection. So what are the different languages which are compiled in that? C, C++, okay, Fortran, Go, etc. Then you have got C lang, okay, C lang. Somebody has asked whether we can install C in the Mac OS. Yes, okay, so there you can make use of C lang, which is given by Apple. So what are the steps that I will be showing today? Then you have got portable compiler, okay, Turbo C, Microsoft Visual C, okay, Pascal, VB, Rust compiler. All these are written using C. Okay, and there are the interpreters which are written in C, like you have got C Python, okay, you have got PHP, Zen engine for PHP, you have got Perl interpreter, okay, SQLite, Node.js, JavaScript, okay. So different interpreters are written using C. Then we have got embedded systems. Okay, now what are embedded systems? Yesterday also, okay, we have just gone through this. So embedded system, you can say, is a special purpose computer system designed to perform a dedicated function, but with real-time constraints and limited hardware. If you talk about the devices, okay, you are aware of it. So you have got let us take examples, okay, like washing machine. Okay, so what are the embedded function? Controls motor, timer, and sensors. If you have got microwave oven, controls the temperature, timing, and display. Smartwatch is another example, tracks these steps, shows the notification. Router, ATM machine, all of these uses a microcontroller or microprocessor programmed often in C. Okay, so these are some of the examples of the embedded system. Yes, see, if you talk about why C is used, we have already seen, okay, what are the features of C, okay, why it is, because it is efficient, it has having the low level access, okay. So it is used in designing the hardware, okay, compiling, testing, and debugging everywhere. Then we have got the game development. Okay, so there are certain many games, okay, which have been developed in C, right? Again, why? Because of the performance, okay, because C gives direct access to the memory and the hardware. Okay, so obviously the performance is efficient, as we know. Portability, because it can run on different operating system, whether it is Windows, Linux, consoles, or embedded system. Okay, and then control over optimizations. So there have been, many games, okay, which had been written. You can say some of the games like Super Mario, okay, Angry Birds, okay, if you know the names, okay, Minecraft, Counter Strike, okay, these are some of the examples, okay, where the games are written in C, right? And finally, there are system utilities. Correct. Now, what is this? System utilities are the programs that help manage, maintain, or monitor your computer system. Okay. Now, okay, you can say that they will sit between the user and the OS kernel. Okay. Handling the tasks like file management. Okay, we are performing copy, delete, move. Okay, process control, networking, disk and memory management, performance monitoring, system configuration, all. Okay, all. So the commands which you are using on the command line, these are the utilities which are written in C, like your CP command, move command, RM, which is a remove command, okay, ls, which is a list command. Those who have know Linux or Unix, you know ls, cat, grep, find, okay, all these are the commands written in C. If you talk about display running processes, ps command is written in C. Okay, ping command, which is coming under network diagnostic, to see whether, okay, the network is working fine or not. It is written in C. IP config, ch mode, changing the mode, okay, of the files. This is coming under the file permission management. All these utilities, text editors are there in Linux, Vim, Visual, Nano. These are written in C, and there are many more. Okay, now these are some of the examples, okay, where the C is used. And this is what I have asked, okay, everyone to do some research, okay, find out the operating systems, the compilers, embedded systems, games, and the system utilities which are developed in C. Okay, so if you will go through, you will find the list is endless. Okay, so benefit of C. Then we have understood the compilation process. Okay, once again, I'm going to go through it. So we have to first write the source code, that is a .c file. Okay, now when we talk about pre-processing, understand, we are using this hash include directive, which is a pre-processing statement. And this is going to actually be processed by the C, pre-processing, not the compiler itself. So it is going to include the files like your stdio.h header files ka contents, okay, into that your program. Then your compilation is coming, okay, which is going to generate the assembly code, okay. After that, the assembling is going to generate the object, okay, that is the intermediate code. And then the linking, which combines the object files and libraries. Loading, it will load the executable into memory, and then execution. Okay, so the finally machine code, okay, is nothing but your .exe or a.out. Now, this is the compilation process. Okay, yesterday, yes, you were having the queries on what is this hash include hash define. Today we will see, okay, to define a constant. So why we have to write the stdio.h file? Because it is a header file, okay, and header file is going to contain the functions printf and the scanf. Now if you're not including this particular hash include stdio.h file, okay, then you will not be able to use this printf function. We have also seen the error. Okay, you will not be able to use the scanf function. Now, apart from having these pre-defined header files, you can create your own user-defined header files. Okay, so we'll see how to create it. And frequently used functions. And if you want to use the functions, okay, in different programs, better to create that function in the header file and use the header file and directly use the function. Okay, so like the functions which are available in the predefined header files. Okay, so this is how we have written the C program. Okay, and these are the various header files. Okay, so stdio.h, this is the main, because we have to make use of printf statement for standard input output. Then these are the other header files. So today we will see one more header file. Okay, so in the coming programs, okay, topics will be using all of these header files one by one. Okay. Then yes, now coming to the software and ID requirement. As I said, you are having certain queries on this. Okay, so let me first to show you what I have shared. Okay, so this is one of the PDF file which I have shared, dev C++, okay, on Windows. Then there was a query that how to use this in the Visual Studio Code that I will be showing. Mac OS, okay, these are the steps written if somebody is using Mac OS. Okay, and these are some documentation and online compiler links. Okay, so you can go through these documentations, and these are the online compilers which we have used yesterday. Okay, now dev C++, okay, you can use this. So what are the steps? I'm just going to show the steps once again. Okay, so once I'm sharing this, you can follow the steps. So this is the website given. Okay, so if you will go to this particular web file website, okay, you can download the dev C++. Okay, so you can just click on download option here and download. The latest version of GCC you will get is 4.9.2. Okay, now once you are downloading this file, then you need to extract that particular setup.exe. Okay, and run that. Run the exe, and when you are installing this software, okay, you keep the default settings. Whatever the settings are there, you keep the default settings. Okay. During installation, dev C++ install the min.gw compiler automatically. Now, this is going to provide GCC for C and G++ for C++. Okay, so this particular GCC compiler will be available in this. Okay, so in the C program files, you will be getting that. Now, once the installation is done, okay, once the installation is done, you have to verify the installation. Okay, so what is written here? You can open this particular dev, open this dev, and then, okay, you can go to this tools, compiler options. In the tools, compiler options, what you will see here is the settings, directories, and the programs. Okay, so if you go to the directories here, in the directories, okay, you can see the binaries and see that the installation has to be, done in this particular path. Okay, so C program files dev cpp min gw64 bin, and this is the file, okay, which is for 64 min gw32/bin. So these are the binaries. Then these are the libraries. Library is also given. C include path is given. C++ include path is given. Now, if you see this particular path here, okay, so first step is done, right? That is what is mentioned here, right? And then you need to set the environment variable. See, yesterday I have shown you how to set this environment variables, okay? So if you are setting the environment variable to this bin, okay, you will be able to compile and execute the C programs, okay, wherever you have saved it. Okay, so if you go to the system settings environment variable, okay, you have to select the path, and then see, this is what already I have shown yesterday. Okay, so if you go to environment variable, path, edit. Okay, so see, this path of the bin is already added here. Okay, this is optional, but it is good if you are, saving this here. Then you have to test the compiler in the command prompt. Okay, so open the command prompt and simply, if you will write gcc -- version, okay, so you will see this output. If you are getting this output, means the compiler is installed properly. Okay, so GCC 4.9.2, that is what the version I have shown you earlier at the time of download. Okay, so if you are getting this, means it is installed properly. So now you will be able to write the code, compile using GCC compiler, or you can use this editor itself, like yesterday I have shown you, to write the program. Okay, this is for dev C++ Windows. So either you use this IDE or either you use Notepad and then write the command GCC file name, okay, .c, and compile that. So when you are going to, download and install this dev C++, first of all, you are getting an IDE. And second, you are getting this compiler for C. Okay, now once you are getting this compiler, it is easy to install in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so if you go to the Visual Studio Code, okay, so this is a link given. If somebody has asked how to do this, if you don't have Visual Studio Code, then you can download it from this particular link. Already I have provided this. Okay, install using the default option. Now, remember, this min GW64 already we have installed in the previous step. If you don't want dev C++ and if you directly want to make use of Visual Studio, then you can go to this particular link, okay, and you can download this MinGW W64. Otherwise, it is not required. You can skip that step. Okay, understand, please? You can skip that step. Okay, and you have to extract the folder, and then you have to set the environment variable. Okay, these steps can be skipped if you have already done it here. No need. Correct? Now, what you need to do it? Already we have tested it. Okay, so already it is installed properly. Now configure VS Code for C. Now, if you go to the Visual Studio, okay, which is here, already I have opened the Visual Studio. Please understand now here what you are supposed to do. Okay, if you go to the extensions, okay, extensions in the Visual Studio, now here you need to install the C++ extension given by Microsoft. Okay. So, okay, I have already installed that. So if you will see here, I have got this C++, extension installed, which is given by Microsoft. Okay. Now it is written here that this extension is going to add the language support for C++ in the Visual Studio Code. But what is the prerequisite? Prerequisite is that you should have the compilers installed previously. And that's the reason these previously written steps needs to be done. Okay. So this is important. Okay. So you need to have that compiler installed. Okay. So we have already done that. Now, once you are installing this particular extension, okay, what you are supposed to do? Now you can write the code. Okay. So let us close this. Okay. Fine. So let us close this. And now let us say that I'm one particular, okay, let us open the folder. Okay. So I'm going to create a new folder here. So let us create a folder as C project. Okay. In D drive. And within this particular C project, I'm going to create a file. Okay. Close this welcome. Let us create a file here. So let us say I'm going to create the file as program.c. Now, once, okay, you have created this particular file, you can write the C code here. So let me just write the code. So hash include stdio.h. Okay, then I'm going to write int main. Okay, so you can see that I'm getting the IntelliSense, okay, here for all the functions in C. So printf we are going to use. Okay, so let us say I'm simply writing hello world. Okay, and then I will use the return 0. Now this is the code written here. Okay, so program.c is written. Now what you are supposed to do? You can go to the terminal. Okay, in the terminal, you can select from here, okay, the command prompt, because it may happen that you will not be able to execute the program in PowerShell. Okay, because we are using the command prompt, okay, which is available. So now I will be okay. I think there was a network problem. Am I audible now? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now you're
Yeah, fine.
audible.
Now
Just
I am
one
audible.
request from this
Yeah.
YouTube participants actually.
Okay.
So, can you please increase the font size on compiler?
Okay. 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 I'll increase the font size. No problem.
Yeah. Thank
Of the command prompt. Yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Just wait a minute. Okay, uh there was some problem. Yeah. So now the screen is shared. Okay. So here, if you will see, okay, what we need to do, we need to take the DC project. Okay. So here I have taken the CMD. Okay, we need to take the CMD, that is a command prompt, and write the same command. Okay, so you can have the GCC, okay, your program.c. Okay, so once you are writing GCC program.c, you are getting a.exe. Now, this is what is the output file, correct? Understand, if you want a different output file, hyphen O, and then you will be writing the name of the file. Okay, let us say I want the program.exe only. So you will be getting program.exe. Use any one file. Okay, so if I want to see the output now, I can either write A, because now there is no change in the program. Okay, so if I will write A, I should get the output of hello world here. And even if I'm writing program, I will be getting the output of hello world here. Okay, the same thing you can do in the normal command prompt. But there is one more thing written here. Now, if you will see, okay, if you see here, it is also mentioned that you can use the code runner. See, this is optional. If you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, so if you go to the extensions, if you go to the extensions, okay, you have got the code runner. Okay, you have got the code runner. So if you are installing this code runner, then you will get okay, the run option like we have got in the online that particular compiler. Okay, so if you are installing this, you will get the option of what? Okay, just run directly, or you can use the control plus alt plus n. Okay, so you can run the program directly from there. So this is how you can write the code, okay, in the Visual Studio Code, and you can run from here also. Okay, simple. Understand that if you have done with the first one, okay, there is no need to perform this particular step. Okay, if you are already done with the dev C++, but if you want multiple options, then it is okay. Now, the third is, okay, there was the query on Mac OS. Okay, so you need to install the C compiler, GCC via Xcode command line tools. Okay, so C lang, which is given by Apple, is the GCC compatible compiler. So open the terminal and run this particular command. Okay, so if you will run this command, you have to click on install on one of the dialog box, what you will be getting, and then you verify the compiler. Now, again, the same thing is there. You can use the Visual Studio Code, or you can write the code in Notepad also, and compile that. Okay. So these are basically, you will be going either for Visual Studio Code or Dev C++, okay, or online compiler. And this is the links for the online compiler yesterday. What I've shared, these are two more documentation links. Okay, this is from Microsoft. So this is a C language documentation. Okay, and another one is the gnu.org software. This is the C manual. Okay, so this also you can make use of, right? So see here, there are a lot of contents provided here. Okay, so one by one you can go for the contents, okay, depending on the topic, whatever we are doing, correct? So this is what are the software requirements, installation, everything. Okay, again, I have shown you. This will be shared. Go through this step by step if anyone wants to install. Okay, and you can run the program. As we have already gone through this two online compilers. Okay, fine. But it is better if you are installing and then you are writing the code. Is this much clear, everyone? Any query here? Is there? Juhi, which code running part? Which code running part? Juhi? Okay, I think this is clear to everyone. Okay, now let us go to our next topic. Okay, so we have done this now, right? I have shared this particular PDF till here. Okay, go through that later on and write the programs. Now let us come to our next topic. Okay, so our next topic is variables, data types, and operators. Okay, so based on this, there are two assignment questions given to you. Later on, you have to try that. Now, let us understand first what is a variable. Okay, now this is, a vast topic. Okay, when it comes to bitwise operator. Okay, so let us see whether we are able to do it today, or we will continue that tomorrow with along with the printf and the scanners. Okay, so let us start with variables. A variable in C is a named memory location used to store data that can change or vary during the program execution. Okay, so what is a variable? It is a named location. Why we need to have a named location in any programming language? Because the data is stored in a memory. Okay, and for that memory location, we need to give a name so that we can properly identify that. Okay, otherwise it is difficult to work on the memory address. Correct. A variable is like a container that holds a value such as a number or a character. A variable has name, identifier. Okay, so example, num, age, price. But when you are writing the variable names, identifiers, important is that okay, you have to give proper variable names. Okay, don't give any variable name like x, y, z or abc. Variable names must clearly define the purpose of that particular variable. Okay, so that is how the identifier should be. Then there is a data type. What kind of value it can hold? Example, int, float, char. Okay, that is a data type. You can say type of the data that can be stored. Value, the actual data stored. That is the value. So what you can see here, the syntax. So data type variable name is equal to value. Okay, so int num is equal to 100. So this 100 is stored in this particular memory location. But now we need to identify this memory location with some particular identifier. That is what is a name. So we have given the name as num here. Okay, this is nothing but the variable num. Now, in C programming, how you are going to declare and initialize the variable. So we have got int num. You can write in different lines, or you can declare and initialize in the same line. Okay. So int num, it reserves the memory for variable. Okay, int num. Then num is equal to 100. It will assign an initial value to the variable. Okay, so what you're doing, you are writing this in the two different statements. Then another is you can write in the same line. That means the declaration and the initialization is done in the same statement. So int num is equal to 100. This is also correct. Okay, this is a variable. So what is a variable? It is a container that holds a value. Okay. What type of value? Different values which can be of different data types. Okay. Now let us understand what is a data type. So we have got different data types in C. Okay. C is a statically typed language. Understand? Now, what I said yesterday, you please, understand these terms, okay, technical terms, right? So there is a, static type means that in a programming language, you need to define a variable, declare a variable with the data type. That is what is a statically type. Okay, there are loosely typed language also like JavaScript, where you are not, declaring a variable with the data type. So whatever type of the value is assigned, that type will be inferred to that variable. That is loosely typed. Okay, but C is a statically typed language where each variable's type must be specified at the declaration. Okay, now coming to the data types in C. So there is the basic data type, derived data types, and user defined data type. Okay. Okay. What is the basic data type? Basic data type means which are the fundamental data types which are available. Okay. Fundamental data types. So that are the int, float, double, char, bool, and void. These are the fundamental data types. Then there are the derived data types. What are derived data types? Which are derived from the other data type. Array, pointer, function. So this will be taken separately later on because we have got the separate sessions on array, pointer, and function. Okay. Then we have got the user defined data type. Understand, these data types are predefined, which are already available, fundamental types. User defined data types means which a user or we are creating. Okay, so that can be done by using union, struct, enum, and typedef. So we can create our own data type, which is a collection of the different types of the data by making use of union. Okay, struct. The only difference is that union will be using the same memory. Okay, so we'll see this later on, correct? So now, today we are only going to work on the basic data type. Okay, so let us understand the built-in data types in C first of all. Okay, more of the types. Okay, we will be understanding in the bitwise operators later on. See, so we have got the type as integer. Integer, keyword is int, size is 4 bytes. Okay, it will occupy 4 bytes. Example, int number is equal to 25. So it stores whole numbers. Okay, that is int type. Character char, 1 byte. Okay, like you are going to store only one character. Okay, single character. Floating point, float, 4 bytes. A float price is equal to 99.50. It stores the decimal value. Yes, when you are using printf, when you are using scanf, there are the different formatting options available, that how you will be actually formatting the input and the output. Okay, that will be taken separately. Then we have got double. It is using 8 bytes. Okay, so double pi is equal to the value of pi. Everyone knows it stores the large decimal numbers. Void. Yesterday there was a lot of queries. So, okay, whether you can write void in the main or whether you cannot write it, or what will happen if you write void before the main. Okay, whether we have to write return 0 or not, right? What is void? Void doesn't have, void is not used for functions that return nothing. Okay. Boolean. Now this Boolean was actually implemented in C99. That is the C version of 1999. Okay, so there were many more new implementation done in that particular C specification. Okay, so one of them was using the bool data type, that is Boolean, that is only storing true or false. So true is 1 and false is 0 values. Okay, now these are the fundamental built-in data types in C, which will be of specific size, that is the bytes. Okay. Fine, let me go through. Prerna PDF you will be getting in your LMS later on. Okay. Yeah, we will also do C program, Juhi, now. Okay. So these are the built-in data types in C. So let us write one program. Okay, so what I will do, okay, see, you can write now anywhere. We have got a lot of options now. So if I want to use the Visual Studio, I can go ahead and we can write the code in Visual Studio also. Okay. So let me create a new file, or we can create a new folder here. Let us say I'm creating a folder as data types. See, understand? Okay. Create the specific folders, okay, for writing the code. Okay. Organize your files. If you organize your files, that will be better for you. Okay. So now let us write the code here. So I'm going to create a new file. This will be the data types.c. Okay. And here the first statement I'm going to write is stdio.h. Okay. Then we are going to write the main. Even if you are not writing int, that is okay. Yesterday we have seen that. Okay. Now let me just write everything for all the different data types. Okay. I will start by writing the code for integer. So we have got int age, okay, is equal to 25. Then I'm using float price. Okay. Let us use the decimal. Then char grade is equal to, use proper indentation when you are writing the code. Give proper name for the variables. Variables are case sensitive. We will come back to that. Double pi. Okay. So I'm going to write 3.14159.2. Okay. Then we have got underscore bool. Okay. Is available. Let us say is available is equal to 1. So is available is equal to 1 means true. Okay. Now all these are the variables declared. Okay. So variable initialization and declaration. So variables initialization and declaration. Okay, is done here. Fine. Now we want to display. Okay, so display the values. So single line comment entry was also introduced in C99 specification. Multi-line comment entries was already available. Okay, so now see here, when you want to print the variable value, how you are going to write that? So we have got age colon percentage D. D stands for decimal. D stands for decimal. Okay. And slash N. So that after this, the next value should come to the next line. Otherwise, it will not go to the next line. So slash N. Okay. It is nothing but it is new line character. Then after that, you have to write comma, and then you have to write the variable that is age. Why? Because in this percentage D, what value should be stored? The value of age should be stored. Okay, so age percentage D comma age. So now you will be getting this age as it is, because it is nothing but it is a user defined label I want to give, a message I want to give. But what is the age ka value? Age value will be now stored from this age in percentage D. And what is the decimal? So we need age in decimal. Similarly, now I'll go ahead and write the other output. So now next we need a price. Okay, now price I want as a float. So percentage F. These are the various formatting available in C. Okay. Then I will be writing slash N, comma. Now what value should be there? Price value should be there. Okay. Then we have got grade. Okay. So I will simply go ahead and copy this. So we have got grade. Okay. 3 values or more. Okay. So let us make the changes here. So we have got grade. So grade is what? Percentage C. That is nothing but the character. Okay. Then we have got pi. So pi value I need to give. So this will be percentage F only. So here I'm going to write pi. Okay. And then we are having is available. Okay. Whenever we are using Boolean, you will be getting true or false. So is always refer to is means true or false. Okay, so proper variable name has to be given. So you can use %d/n, and here I can write is available. Okay, see here, fine. And now I'm going to compile this. So I have created a folder as data types, and now I'm going to use the GCC data types.c-o data types. Okay, so you will see that data type.exe is generated here. Now simply write the data types. Okay, and we are getting the output. Okay, now if you see the output here, okay, one more thing, if you have seen here is we have written int main, but even if you're not writing return 0, it is okay. Okay, it tells the compiler about the successful execution. So here age ka value we are getting 25. Okay, then price is 99.5000. See here, because we are using %f. Now, if you want only 2 decimal here, you can write 0.2f. Okay, 0.2f. This is for 2 decimals. Then the grade value we are getting, pi value we are getting. Okay, and then is available, we are getting 1 because is available is 1 Boolean. Okay, that is true. So now let me go ahead and compile this once again and see the output. Okay, so we are getting the now price as 99.50 because we have written 0.2f. Okay, so there are more which you will see tomorrow. Okay, so this is how your data types are written. Okay, create the variables, initialize, and this is simply we are displaying the value. Fine, is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? I hope this is clear. Juhi, what code running part? Okay, see, code running part is which? This particular program, what is written, right? Execution, if you're talking about, I will show it once again. Okay, let me close this. Okay. See, all the installation is done. Okay, so I have created this data types folder. Within that data type.c file I have created. Now you can right click on this and go for open in integrated terminal. Okay, so you will be in this particular folder, correct? But from here you can open the command prompt, because in PowerShell we will not be getting, because that is not installed in PowerShell, the output. Okay, so now I will go to the data types folder where my file is available. So GCC data types dot c hyphen o, I want to have the output as the data types folder. So I will be getting the data types.exe. Remember, anytime you are making the changes in the code, you need to compile again. Okay, so this is output file I'm getting. Now to see the output, you simply type data types. Okay, so we'll be getting the output here. Amar, if you want to take that 10 minutes you have asked earlier.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So I'll stop share.
I'm still at there. I give the ghost access.
Yeah. Hi, Amar.
Yes. You can pause it.
Yes. Hello, students. I hope everyone's having a good evening. So my name is Amit, and I am from the marketing team of XLR. And today I wanted to connect with you guys to just give you a walkthrough of our YouTube channel and how it can add value to each and every one of you who has joined. So I think many of you have joined through Zoom sessions, and most of you might have joined through YouTube. So for those who have joined through YouTube and even the Zoom sessions, I request each and every one of you to visit our YouTube channel. Uh, that is XLR's YouTube channel, and have a look at the videos that we have got. We have a lot of courses out there, and I'll just walk you through by sharing my screen as well. So just give me a moment. So hope my screen is visible to all. Maybe you can just give me a thumbs up in the emoji section or the chat window. Okay. So let me just open XLR's YouTube channel. So guys, so this is the official YouTube channel of XLR, and you might be wondering, what is it there for you guys if you subscribe to our channel. So we have a lot of videos that are related to technical courses. Like you can see here, we have Excel related courses, we have Power BI related courses, and also many of you might be interested in taking up Python related courses. And we have a lot of these courses that one can um, just a moment. Yeah. So a lot of you can use these courses that can help you out in terms of doing the free courses. So we have a few courses on data analytics, right? And then we have a lot of playlists that are curated. So in case you're planning to improve your uh, soft skills. So we have courses for that. And if you're planning to increase your CRT skills, so we have the CRT programs as well. So all of these you can find out in our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting more and more videos on weekly basis. So as you can see, we do have courses on Excel, Power BI, and MySQL, and all of these. And for full stack also, we'll be coming up with courses. So all of these will add a lot of value for you guys. So please do like the videos, and also please subscribe to our channel so that you can get more access to such free courses. So I hope I have conveyed my point. And are there any questions? I think some of you have raised your hand. So does anyone have any questions? So maybe you can unmute, or maybe you can just drop your question in the chat window and I can unmute you. Okay. So, guys, please do subscribe to our channel, and we'll be posting more and more courses, and a lot of helpful videos for you guys. I think many of you might be preparing for placements as well, so you can make use of our CRT videos as I mentioned, and we can take it forward. Yes, you guys can join more such courses. Uh, like if you're planning to do more courses. Some of the certified courses are also going to be uploaded shortly. So by doing a 4-hour course or 5-hour course, even those videos also we are planning to upload in the next few weeks. So if you finish that particular course, you will get certifications for that as well. So right now, these are all small courses. We will have 4 hours, 5 hours courses also going forward. Right? You'll get certifications for them. But for these small courses, you will not have certification, but it can definitely add value to you. Right. So I believe I've answered the questions. So guys, please feel free to always check out our YouTube channel. And in case you have any queries, you can please visit our website and you can try and get more information from there. Right. All right. Please show how to log in through LMS portal of XLR. So I think Amar, you will have to uh, give some walkthrough on that. Some of the users are asking how to log in through LMS portal.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. I will take that walkthrough again into the session in end of the day.
Yeah, so I think Mr. Samarth, our teammate Amar will walk you through, and he'll, I think, solve that particular query of yours. Right. Thank you for commenting. All right, so that's about it from my side, guys. So please support us for more such content. Your one subscribe will help us create more and more content. It will give us a huge boost. Thank you. Thank you all. Wish you happy learning. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Amar.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So dear participant, as requested, I'm sharing the YouTube channel link. So you can just click on that and subscribe to the channel. So you will get all the content available there. Thank you so much. And Ranjit ma'am, you can just take it forward again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amar. Thank you. Okay, so by this time I was just going through okay, the chats, okay, what you have written. So uh, you have told that to use this okay, dev C++ or better, okay, I will write the code in Notepad initially so that okay, you can also write along with me, because everybody has not installed the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so queries I have taken. So one of the query was that okay, what is the size of void? Okay, see, understand, there is no size of void as such. Okay, because you are not declaring a variable of the type void. Understand, it is used as a return type. Okay, but if you are using a void with a pointer like void star, okay, which is a generic pointer type, that hold the address of any data type. So in that case, you will get the size. Okay, so you have to make use of the size of, okay, then you will be able to get the size. Okay, but not as of void, right? So once again, okay, you have requested to okay, go through this okay code. So what I will do, I will be, see, everyone, it is easy to install the GCC compiler and write the code. Okay, so I will be now just writing the code here. I will use the language as C. Okay, and I'm going to save this in a particular folder. So C programs day 2. Okay, so this is the data types. Okay, fine. Understand, you need to manually write true if you want to get the true. And one more question was there, for double, we can make use of that another formatter that also will be using later on. Okay, this is a simple example as of now I have given, right? Because I want only F float, so I have written this. Okay, so let us now compile this. So what I will do, since I have stored this here in day 2, I can directly go to the command prompt. Okay, and I can use the GCC compiler data types .c -o. Only one time you have to write. Okay, then you can make use of this every time you want the output. So this is the output we are getting. Okay, so once again, somebody has requested to explain this particular code, so I'm going to explain this once again. Okay, so see here, first of all, please include this header file. Okay, this header file is required. Okay, so header file, this is required. Okay, then the variable initialization and declarations are done here. Okay, and then I'm using the printf statement to print the different values. Okay, understand, you will be using the printf statement only if you are including this particular header file, otherwise you will get an error. Okay, so now we are getting the output of this in the command prompt. Okay, so let me close this. We have got only one. Okay, so I got the output of this program. Okay, so this is a data type. See, more of this we will be going through step by step. Okay, then we have got something known as the constant. Okay, now constants are fixed values that do not change during program execution. Okay, so there are the integer constant, then floating point constant, character constant, string constant. Okay, we have to make use of the array here if you want to use the string in C. Then symbolic constant, hash define. Hash include we are using for the header files. Okay, hash define we will be using for declaring the constant, and this is written in caps. Okay, So constant keyword, you can also use the constant float, like gravity is 9.8. Okay, so now let us understand the program. So what I can do is I can write in the same program or I can create a new file. Okay, so let us create a new file here. See, this is Notepad C++ I am using. Sorry, Notepad++ I am using. Okay, so let us save this file. Okay, so I will be now saving this as the constant type. Okay, I will share this all files later on. See, if you will do it, along with me, okay, then it will take time. Okay, so I will give you time after this, then you can try it. And I will be sharing this course also, okay, to you so that you can go through this code, you can do the modifications here, okay. So let us first include the stdio.h. Okay, then I'm using the main function. Okay. Now let us say I'm using this constant int days. Okay, so it is written in caps. Let us say I've written 31. Okay, I'm using float radius is equal to 5.0. I need to now do certain calculations. Okay, so let us now also understand how to use define. So I'm writing hash define pi is 3.14159. Okay, what is this? This is the constant. Okay, this is the constant value, correct? This is also constant, right? Now hash define we are writing outside the main. This value is constant. Now let us do some calculations here. So float area is equal to, let us say I'm using the pi which we have created earlier. Okay, into I'm using radius into radius, a very simple calculation. Okay, then I'm going to use the printf statement. Okay, days in month. Okay, days in month. So I just want to use percentage d slash n so that we are getting new line. Then I'm using the days. Okay. Yes, you can use a different way of writing the variables, identifiers that I will be showing in the next slide. Then I will use the another printf statement. Okay, so I need to now display the area. So area of circle. Okay, so again I'm using percentage 2f slash n. Okay, area. Right? So this is my code. A simple code initially will be writing. Okay, then I will share the code in which all, okay, will be available. Okay, so let us compile this now. This is constant type. Okay, so you can see the constant type is available. GCC constant types dot c -o constant types. Okay, now here if you will see there are some errors. Okay, now what are these errors? Okay, so warning, missing white space after the macro name. After the macro name, you are not supposed to write equal to, so you are writing only space. See, compilation errors, okay, in the code, compilation error. Okay, now let us run this once again after we have made the changes. Okay, now there is no error because all the other errors were only because of this. Okay, so if you are having any particular error, okay, a compile time error, because of that you may get the error in the other related code because we have used the pi here. So because of that the error was shown in this line number also, and since we have written the main after this pi, so it was also showing the error in the main. Okay, Now there is no error, so you have to see what are the errors, rectify the errors. Okay, now let us see the output. So I will simply write here constant types. Okay, so we should see the output days in month, and I'm getting area of circle. Okay, constant means the value which cannot be changed later in the program. Okay, fine. So let me see some queries. Okay. Which compiler, Afnan? What is the link for the compiler? Okay. So see, when you are writing the code, okay, make the changes and see whether you will be able to write it down there or not. So even if you are writing this hash define inside the main, then also it is okay. Or you will write this hash define outside the main. Okay. So here also we are getting the output. Fine. See, all the other queries, okay, we will be doing it about the data type. Somebody has asked about the long int, that also will be going through later on, okay. First of all, the basic data types I'm taking. Now coming to the identifiers, okay, whatever you see this in red color, that is not allowed, okay. So identifiers are the names used to identify variables, functions, arrays, structure, or any other defined items. It is a name that uniquely identifies a program element and can be used to refer to it later in the program. Okay, now how you have to write the identifier. This is important. Initially, we have written some particular identifiers, okay, only by writing one particular name, okay, for a variable. But what are the other ways? So you should know the valid and the invalid identifiers, first of all, okay? So what are the rules? Must begin with a letter, either it is capital or small or underscore, okay? Can contain letters, digits, and underscore. But it cannot start with a digit. Okay, digit and underscore can be later. C is case sensitives. Num and num are different. Okay, and what you are not supposed to write cannot start with a digit, cannot use keywords like int, bool, return, if, etc. Now, these are the keywords available in C. So the same keyword you cannot use for identifiers. Okay, you will get an error, correct? So first of all, see that you are giving a proper name, okay, for the variable using this identifier, and which will properly describe its purpose. Okay, so valid identifiers are what? Like int total marks. If you have got two words, okay, the second word first, the alphabet will be capital. So int total marks, then float underscore price. Underscore can be first written. Okay, that is allowed. So underscore price can be written. Double average underscore score. See, if you are using two different words, okay, for the identifier, then average space score you cannot write. You cannot have space, na, because space will make it two different words, right? It is not one, right? So double average underscore score. Char letter 1. Okay, so digit is written afterwards. Invalid identifiers, char first letter. Now 1 is written first. That is wrong. Int. See, int is already a data type, right? It is a keyword, which is a reserved keyword. you cannot use that. Okay. So these are some of the rules you need to follow. Understand there is one more word, okay, that is known as conventions. Like it should start with a capital letter. Now this is a convention, okay, which is not a rule. Rule needs to be followed. Okay, like if you talk about the object-oriented programming, like it is said class name should begin with a capital letter. But even if you are writing a class name with a small letter, it is okay. That is a convention, okay? But rules must be followed, okay? So these are the identifiers. Now let us come to the operators, okay? Very, very important topic. Operators are the basic components of C programming. Operators are symbols which are used to perform the operations on variables and values. The values and variables used with operators are called operands. Okay, so whatever you are directly working on the values or you are working on the variables, okay, now these are termed as operands, right? So we have got the different category of the operators. Okay, so we have got arithmetic operator. Everyone knows about this. Very basic operators of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. Example is given, basic math operation. Then there is a relational operator. 1 equal to is assignment operator. Please understand. Okay. So here, if you go to the code, we are using equal to. Now 1 equal to is assignment operator.
Dear participant, I think there is some network issue at Mahab's end. So let's wait for 2-3 minutes. Ma'am will rejoin.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen once again. Okay, so it was a network problem in between. Okay, so I was on relational operator. Okay, so relational operators are used to compare the two values. Relational operators are used to compare two values. Then there are logical operators. Okay, and or not. Combine or evaluate multiple conditions. Okay, and or not. So it is used to combine or it is used for evaluating the multiple conditions. Assignment operator, as I said, difference between 2 equal to and 1 equal to, but when you are using plus equal to, this is assignment, arithmetic assignment operator. This is minus equal to, multiplication equal to, then division equal to. Okay, so a plus equal to 5. This means a equal to a plus 5. Okay, so a plus equal to 5 means a equal to a plus 5. So assign or modify the value. Then there is the increment and decrement. Okay, plus plus minus minus. Okay, so plus plus is incrementing by 1 and minus minus is decrementing by 1. So this can be postfix or prefix. So if you are writing a plus plus means the value of a is going to be incremented by 1 later. Okay, after the previous statement is executed, and minus minus b means this is going to decrease before. Okay, so this is pre, this is pre. So increase or decrease by 1. So this is post and this is pre increment or decrement. Then there is a bitwise operator. Okay, so a separate topic of the bitwise operator I'm going to take. Okay, so all these will be manipulating the individual bits of integer operands. Okay, that is what we have discussed yesterday. Okay, low level access. One is, okay, you will directly manipulate the bits instead of writing these other arithmetic operators. Okay, so directly you can perform these operations on the bits. So you have got the different operators: and operator, okay, or operator, XOR operator, left shift, right shift operator. Okay, so this is going to manipulate the single bits. Fine. Ternary operator. This is similar to the conditional expression. So if you're writing the code in if else, instead of that, you can write the code in the ternary operator. So A greater than B. If A is greater than B, then you will assign A value here. Okay, else you will assign B value here. So in ternary operator, what you are using is a question mark. Okay, so A greater than B. If A is greater than B, then yes, A will be assigned. B is greater, then B will be assigned in the B. Okay, then there is a comma. So evaluates multiple expression. So these are some of the operators which are used in C. Okay, now we will be performing some of the operators here. As I said, bitwise operators separately I'm going to take in detail, where we are also going to understand the other types. Okay, like we have got signed, unsigned, we have got log. Okay, all that other data types also we will be using. So first of all, let us write a basic operator example. Okay, and I will include the typecasting also in that. Okay, so let me complete typecasting so that, we will write a program which will be, including, okay, some of these operators, right? Okay, finally, what is typecasting? Typecasting is converting one data type to another. One data type to another. Okay. It helps prevent type mismatch errors and control how values are interpreted. Now, if you will see, there is implicit typecasting. So yesterday also I was talking about these two keywords. Okay, one is implicit. Remember, implicit means which is automatically done by the compiler. Okay, convert smaller type to type. Example, int to float. Like in a float variable, I can give the value of integer. In a float variable, I can give the value of integer. Now this will be done by the compiler automatically. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to manually do the typecasting, then that is known as explicit. Explicit means something which we are doing manually, which we are typing manually. Done using the type syntax. What is type? Type here means the data type. So either you write int, float, double, okay, whatever you want to write. So implicit means the compiler will do it automatically. Explicit means you are doing it manually. Okay, let us first understand this and then we will come to the operators again. So what I will do, I'll create a new file. Okay. And here I'm going to simply first show you the typecasting. Okay. You understand that typecasting first, right? Because this we will be using in the other problems. So let us use hash include stdio.h. Okay, then I'm writing int main. And if you want to include return 0, this is for the compiler, successful execution. Okay, now look here. I'm creating a variable num, which is 10. Okay, right? Now see here. I'm using float result is equal to num divide by 3. Okay, now look here. In this example, what we are doing, num is integer. Understand, num is integer. Okay. And num divided by 3 will result in a float. Correct? No problem in this. Compiler will allocate that, okay, to the float variable. This is going to be done automatically. Okay. Anyways, this is going to result in float only. Correct. So here I will simply write one particular comment. Okay. So int divided by int is equal to int. Okay. Now I'm going to create another result. Okay. So here I will create, let us say I will create a variable as float result. Okay. And here I'm going to now typecast this to the float and then I will divide num3. So this is explicit typecasting, but this is different. One more example I'll give you to make you understand. Okay. Fine. Look here. So here I am only giving the num divided by 3. Okay. So that will be stored in the result. And here what I have done, I have written num divided by 3, but you typecast that to the float type and then you will store that in the float. Okay. Please understand first the output of this. So now what I'm going to do, I'll be simply saving as typecasting. Okay. Let us compile this. So gcc typecasting.c-o typecasting. And then I will give this. Okay. Now please look here. We will write the printf. There is no error. Okay. So let us write specific output so that you will understand. So without casting %f/n result. Okay. And then I will copy this. And here this is with casting. That is the second output. Okay. And this will be the float result. Okay. Now see the output. So let us compile this. Okay. Look here. So I'm getting here 3.333. Why? Because we have typecasted this to the float. This is explicit type. So this is the correct result. But here, okay, the precision will be lost. Why? Because this is going to give you only 3. But after decimal, it is 0. Lost. Okay, so you will not get that particular value. So here you are getting the correct output. Okay, this is one example. Now let us go to another example here. So let us say I'm using a double. Okay, now come to the double variable. So here I'm using 10 point, let us say 75. Okay, there is a double variable. And now we are going to, okay, give this value of int x to int y. Okay, so I'm simply writing this. Okay, let us have a printf statement. Okay, so I will give the value of x. So let us say percentage point 2f. Okay, and this is x ka value, and let us use y, okay, is equal to percentage d. Okay, so let us have the percentage d, and here I'm going to write y because it is integer. Okay, for integer we are using percentage d. Okay, now let us see the output. So let us compile this. Okay, so I'm getting x as 10.75. I'm getting y as 10 only. Means after decimal, I'm not getting the output. After decimal, there is no output. Okay, so only what 10. Why? Because this is integer. So here loss of precision will happen. And after dot, you will not get anything because it is integer. Okay, here you are getting 0.0.0. Okay, but here actually your loss of precision happens, right? So now what you are supposed to do? Here you can do the typecasting. So you can write here that convert this to int. Okay, this is also one of the example, okay, where you can do the typecasting. Implicit also it will done, explicitly also it will done. Okay. Now we will create one more program. Based on your assignments, okay, I will create one. Okay, so let me go through the questions now. Anybody has got any question? Yes. What is the difference between implicit and explicit typecasting? Okay, now look here. If I do the other way, this is one example. Okay, now if I'm using Okay, now see here. If I'm writing int num, okay, or let us say number is equal to 100, and here I'm writing float number, okay, is equal to number. Okay, see here. In this particular example, the 100 value is given to the number. Okay, 100 value is given to the number, and this number is given to float. Okay, so what will happen here? There is no need to do the typecasting. So implicitly, the compiler is going to assign this number to the float number. Okay, there is no need to do the typecasting. But in this particular case, there is a double x, okay, which is higher than integer. So in this case, there is a need for explicit typecasting. But this will be done automatically by the compiler. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, let us create one program, okay, in which I'm also going to now make use of one more library. Okay. Yes, somebody has written that we can perform the multiplication by using the shift operators. Yes, that can be done. Okay. So as I said, okay, we will be working on the bitwise operators separately. Okay. Working on how this particular bit works. Okay. Okay, in a tomorrow session. So let us now work on some of these operators once again. Okay, so let us create a new file. And here I'm going to give this name as operators. Okay, because I'm going to make use of another header file also. Okay. So first I will be using the stdio.h. Okay, then I'm using one more header file now. Okay, as I said, we will be making use of the header files in the programs. Let us define a constant. Okay, so this constant is rate. Let us say 0.04. This is the example where we are calculating the interest. Okay. So let us say that this is a 4%, okay, annual interest rate. Based on the case studies, you have to solve the problems. Okay, so one example first I'll be taking. Then hash define principal. Okay, principal amount. So let us say 10,000 I can have here. Okay, so this is the initial balance. Okay, understand we are not using any particular conditional, or we are not making use of any logical okay operator here. Simple calculation we are doing. Okay, so we are making use of now the int main, and here we are using double. Okay, so using double for accurate, okay, interest calculation. So somebody has asked the question earlier, we can make use of double. Yes. So I'm simply using some amount. Okay. So this is amount 2. This is also how you can declare multiple variables in same statement. Okay. So we have got amount 1, amount 2, amount 3. Now we are going to calculate the compound interest. Okay. What is the formula for compound interest? Okay. So we have got A is equal to P into 1 plus R. Okay. T. Okay, now look here. So what we are going to do now, I'm using one function of the math.h. Okay. So amount is equal to principal into power. Now this POW, power function is available in math.h header file. Okay, so we are taking that. What we are supposed to give here, okay, these are the parameters, okay, which are passed. So let us give the first parameter of double, which is 1 plus rate, comma 1. Okay. Similarly, let me just go ahead and do the rest calculation. So we will have amount 2, amount 3. Okay. Okay, so we should have 3 here and we should have 5 here. Okay. Okay, now let us display. See, very simple calculation is done here. Okay, I'm not using formatting as of now. So let us quickly write the output. So this is initial balance, percentage F. Okay, this is principal. Okay, now the second printf statement. Okay, so amount after 1 year, percentage F slash N. I'm not using any formatting here, simply percentage F I'm writing initially. Okay, so this is amount 1. Now I can go ahead and copy this, right? So copy this, paste it here. Amount after 3 years and amount after 5 years. That is what we have written right here. Okay. So this will be amount 2 and this will be amount 3. Okay, fine. So this is a simple calculation where we are using a library, where we are using the constant by making use of hash define. Okay, we are making use of the power function, okay, for calculating the compound interest. Okay, so some formula I'm using here. So let us go ahead and compile this. So GCC operators dot C hyphen O operators. Okay. So here we are getting the error in the hash define. Okay. Okay, so because of only semicolon, because it will terminate the statement, so there was the error in the rest of the statement. See that you need to rectify the errors. Okay, sometimes when we write the code, okay, we always have a habit of using the semicolon, so it is written. So if you will see here, okay, we are getting amount after 1 year is calculated, amount after 3 year is calculated, amount after 5 year is calculated. Okay. Fine. So if you will see here, what we have used the constant also when we have used one particular function from the math.h. Okay. Now, is it okay? Understood, everyone? Is this clear? Yes, there are different ways of declaring, okay, that we will be doing it later on because hash define is a macro. Again, we have to, okay, do the macro where we are going to define that, okay, in other different ways. Okay, so I was going through the queries. What else? Uh, yes, you can, okay. The formula can be changed. Yeah, I will be giving that, okay. Okay, fine. Now the last thing, okay, is the assignments. Okay, understand these assignments for day 2 are only 2. Okay, there is a mobile data plan usage and electricity bill estimation. There is no input to be taken from the user. Okay, you only need to work on the operator. Okay, if you see the first scenario, a telecom company offers 1.5 GB per day. You use data for 30 days and want to calculate total data provided, data use, data remaining. Okay. Now, these are the requirements. Okay. And the expected output should be something like this. Okay. So, in place of this, you will be having the actual values. Okay. And the second is the electricity bill estimation. So, an apartment uses, okay, so you have got the fan 100 watts in 6 hours per day, light is given, AC electricity rate is given, okay, kilowatt hour. Now the requirement is use constants for power, hours and rate, calculate daily and monthly cost, use typecasting to convert watts to kilowatts. Okay, and this is the expected output. This assignment is already shared. Okay, it will be uploaded in the LMS. Whatever PDFs, okay, I have shared for the software requirement, installation, everything. And yes, the codings will also be shared. Okay, whatever coding I have done today. Okay, some more on the operators I will be sharing so that you can go through this. Okay, and if you want to make certain changes, yes, you can make the changes into this. Okay, and then you can compile and run. Fine. Is this clear? Everyone, is this clear? Okay, there is no input to be taken from the user since because we have not worked on the scanf yet. Okay, so once we are doing scanf, then you will be taking the data from the user. Okay, so as of now, without that, but you need to work on the operators. Okay. Okay, any questions? Let me just go through now queries. Fine. Okay.
So a couple of you asking about the assignment submission. So dear participant, assignments are for practice purpose, so you're not required to submit that. Okay. So we can practice that. If you're facing any difficulty, you can come up again with the in the session. Okay, but just don't take it as casual that we just provided the assignment, then I just practice, then we can leave. This is for you only. Okay, so take that on a serious note, and you can practice with this. I already shared the attendance and feedback link a couple of times. I'm resharing that once again. Assignment again, ma'am already shown, and I will upload over the LMS too. Okay, so by tomorrow morning it will be there.
Yes, Amar, thank you for sharing this, because see, you have to work on the assignment. Okay, and if you have any doubts or errors you're getting in that assignment, let me know. But start working on the assignment. Okay, and the queries I have taken. Okay, so that also will be working on tomorrow. Jaiswal, this will be uploaded on LMS. Amar, you can upload these all PDFs I have shared for day 1 and day 2 along with the assignment on the LMS, so that they are able to get that and they can
Yeah,
start
yeah.
working.
Yes, tomorrow morning all the assignments with the documentation PDF files will be available on
Yeah.
the LMS.
Amar, there is one query from Soumya about the LMS.
So dear participants, a couple of you are asking about the LMS. So you can just refer the day one video wherever I given you the detailed explanation on accessing that. So first of all, if you are registered successfully, then there is no difficulties to getting the emails. Okay, and might be there are chances whenever you feed your details, if you missed on the mail or any mistake or any gap, so you can just do re-registration, you will get the access. So it's automated process. Okay, to get the LMS access. So once you registered, automatically the LMS access will trigger. If still any one of you or two, three of you are facing the issue, so you can just drop an email to edl@xlar.com. So where our team will be guiding you, or they will call you, or else they will mail you a detailed explanation, and they will personally guide you. Okay. Tomorrow holiday. What is there tomorrow? There is no any holiday tomorrow. At what time tomorrow session will be taking? I think. What is today's time? I will ask the question to you.
Tomorrow it is the same time, right? 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes, actually, every day same time, still students are asking for the same question. So guys,
Because tomorrow is holiday in, that is why in some places.
Tomorrow is a holiday for colleges, huh? I think, guys, if you have holiday for colleges, I'm not sure on that, but our class will be there. Okay.
Yeah, class will be there tomorrow. Okay, same time.
You two participants, any query, any question? If you are enjoying the sessions and all these things are up to marks, then we're expecting subscribe. and please hit the like button, so which will motivate us to come up with the more such programs which will help for you. So even you can search with the XLR and Expert Solutions. We have around 2 YouTube channels, so all this content are available over there as well. So please make sure that you're subscribing to our channel. We'll be sharing a couple of details in the future as well, as our director sir Amit sir mentioned about the YouTube channel, right? So please do visit. LMS and XLR both have these PDFs. Uh, LMS is nothing but a learning management system, and it's XLR portal to provide you all the documentation, recordings of the sessions. You can join the session from the LMS. I did registration yesterday, but I didn't receive an email. So maybe you can re-register. Definitely there are some issues, or else you can just check your inbox properly. If not, check into the spam folder or junk box. Okay, so you can just search with the XLR, you will find that. Okay, I think there are no more questions. So I think it's right time to wind it for the day. So dear participant, all this material will be over the LMS portal. So I will just raise the poll. Okay. Okay, so guys, on YouTube I raised the poll, and on Zoom as well I'm raising the poll. So just 1 minute. Okay, so I raised the poll on YouTube about the LMS, and I'm just publishing that over to the Zoom as well. So guys, the poll is about the LMS KT session. So are you looking for the LMS KT session once again? So over the YouTube, around 83% people are saying yes. 70% are saying no. So as per the maximum percentage, we'll proceed further. Wait guys, I will just close the poll in 30 seconds. Okay, 84%, 16%. Okay, so I'm getting the conclusion. So once again for you guys, let's meet again tomorrow sharp at 7 o'clock. In first 5 minutes, okay? In first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I will be taking the LMS KT once again. Okay, so please join on a time, and we'll have the LMS KT once again, wherever I will give you the again once more a detailed explanation about the LMS. Okay, fine, happy? Yes, if you're happy, please raise your hands. Do some exercise as well, right? Okay, I'm just ending the poll. Thank you so much for your responses, guys. And again, with the same energy, same enthusiasm, we'll see you tomorrow once again on a day 3 of this training program. Okay, thank you so much, all of you, for joining on a day 2. And we have to make sure that we keep all this interaction throughout the all 15 days, right? We are here to learn something, right? So on this note, let's wind up for the day. So see you tomorrow. Till the time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and happy learning with XLR. Bye bye.